Okay, so I am here with another main channel video. First of all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing and following me on all my social media. And you guys, I have been wanting to do this video for a while. I just haven't had time, so now I'm recording it. So I'll just get started. What should you do if you want to be a flight attendant but you're too young? I get this question a lot. A lot of people usually will email me about this more so than leave it in the comments. And with that being said, I do want to mention I'm slowly like phasing out and taking my email address out of my subscription box in the drop box below and adding just my social media because I don't want to use my personal email anymore as a contact. But anyway, it's almost weird doing this video because people think I'm 17, so I get asked on flights all the time. I'm like, you're just a baby. Oh, how old are you? I'm like, first of all, I'm 24. But seriously though, it's like it doesn't bother me anymore now. If anything, it's a compliment every time someone does it because I'm like, I look so young. When I'm 40, I'll finally look, can't even talk. When I'm 40, I will look like I'm 21, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so anyways, what should you do if you are underage but you want to be a flight attendant? First of all, I just want to say that is so good that you are like researching and pursuing it and already looking into what you should do in order to become a flight attendant. I think that's very proactive. I commend you for watching this video and just for like trying to see, you know, what should you be doing in the meantime and be really productive about it. I do want to say, first of all, you guys know what airline I work for, and you have to be 21 years in order to apply. But there are some airlines that you have to be 18. I don't know the list of them, but whenever you're doing your research for that particular airline you're interested in, just make sure that you just look at their policy or their website or whatever, and it'll tell you the age that you have to be on there. So the reason why, and it's like common sense, I believe I just mentioned it like a minute ago, and I just forget things so easily, but we serve alcohol on flights. So obviously you have to be 21 years of age in order to serve drinks, so that is the whole purpose of the age limit. Now I do get this quite a bit, and Delta changes the rules, so don't quote me on this, you'd have to just look it up. Some people ask, do you need to be 21 when you submit your application, or does it just matter if you're 21 once you get to training or once you're on the line? That I do not know. I was 21, I was over 21 whenever I applied and went through the whole process. I did have someone in my class who turned 21 in training, but now I feel like people have been like telling me or like snapping me saying their application wasn't going through because of their age. So now the rule might be that you have to be 21 when you apply, but don't quote me on that, I'm not really sure. I just found this out. This girl I talked to who works for Korean Air, I believe it was Korean Air, I know it was an international company, but she said that she started out when she was really young and you had to work your way up. So she started like, they cleaned the planes and then they're promoted to like catering them, and I forget what all the steps were, but she started when she was younger. Maybe she was on the ramp. I can't remember, but you had to like progress your way up, so you couldn't even just apply to be a flight attendant. You had to apply for another job at the airline in order to work your way up to become a flight attendant. And I guess it's kind of a cool concept, but most airlines aren't like that. You just apply for the flight attendant job directly. In the meantime, I would highly recommend, as far as whatever job you might be working now, or if you're not working, get a job that is customer service related or something where you're like constantly working with people or working around a lot of people in the service field. And you guys, don't leave comments below asking like, if I work at Pizza Hut, is that considered service? Like, really any job is customer service, but anything you're interacting with a lot of people, it makes good for resume. And I also do get asked, is a high school diploma and is a college diploma necessary to become a flight attendant? In short, the answer to that is just no. I believe for some airlines a high school diploma is required. For all airlines, a college diploma is not required. Now, once again, whenever you're researching your airline, it'll say that in the requirements or anything. Me personally, the type of person I am, I would always suggest or recommend getting your college degree as a fallback plan, or just to have it, or if you're in school, go ahead and finish it. If this is something that you're just like, school is irrelevant to me, I want to do this now, by all means apply, but I would always say get that degree first and then apply, because you really never know, and this industry is changing so much, so anything could happen. But yes, those degrees are not necessarily required, but once again, check with your airline. Jobs where you have any past medical experience, or jobs that you handle conflict, what was that? Jobs where you oh my gosh, I can't talk. This is why I edit. Jobs where you are around a lot of people, and where you handle conflict are definitely good backgrounds as well, because they do ask a lot of questions. I think, yeah, to me they did, about like how do you interact with people and how do you resolve issues, that type of thing. So it's very good to be able to give examples of times in the past where you have resolved the situation, or where someone was upset and you text message, okay, and you handle that. So that's always really good. Another thing is, pursue this with the mentality of, this is what I want, this is what I'm after, and I'm going to keep working towards it until I get it. A lot of people will like give it up, or if they don't get in the first time, then they will you know, go on to something else. And you know what, it's on you to decide, obviously, and ultimately what you want to do in life, or what you want to become, or how you want your life to go. But for the people that are persistent and stick with this, even if they don't get the job the first time, even if they don't get the job the second, third, fourth time, if that's what you want to do, by all means keep at it and stick with it until you achieve it. Like, it breaks my heart when people say, you know, they didn't get in and they really wanted this, or you know, they went to the interview and they thought everything was fine and it didn't turn out as well as they thought. I really hate hearing that, and I do, because I love my job so much, and I tell everyone, I'm like, quit your job and be a flight attendant, it's the best thing ever. But ultimately, if I hadn't gotten this the first time, if my application had not gone through, I had already made up in my mind that this is what I wanted to do, because I wanted to travel, and I would have gone again and again and just worked towards it more and researched better and made sure that I was doing everything in my possible means to get where I want it to be. So do not give this up, keep pursuing it, stick with it. And it's actually a lot better if you are younger, or if you are under that age where you can't even apply yet, because you still have time to like work towards it. So be patient, don't try to grow up too fast, because trust me, whenever you start having to pay bills and stuff, you're like, I just want to be a kid again, I don't even want this. But text don't text me. And that brings me to another point: do your research. Cannot stress this enough. I have opened up quite a bit on this channel. I have given you guys a piece of me, my personal life. I do my best to respond to as many comments as possible, because I want to be the best flight attendant, blogger, vlogger, whatever you want to call me, on YouTube. That is a goal of mine that I'm working towards. So research. Okay. Can't talk. Cannot talk. But seriously, you guys, whenever I decided that this is what I wanted to do, I wish you guys could have seen like the search history on my phone, on my laptop. I don't have Wi-Fi at home or like internet or anything. I would go into town and get on Barnes & Noble or Starbucks' internet and seriously be on there for hours and hours, looking up all these websites, looking for books, looking everywhere. I found so many like blogs, or like people that would talk about it a little bit and then maybe fall off or not stick with it. But there are so many different means of finding out information out there, and then just talking to people that can provide that information. The best thing you could do is talk to other flight attendants, or go into the airport and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Like, find someone who has time. Don't like bug people, but that can give you like their honest opinion and point you in the right direction. And like, you guys, the worst thing a person can say is no. So until you try something, if the answer is no, go on to the next person. Like, do not give up. Be persistent with this. If this is what you if this is what you really want to do, pursue it with the best of your abilities in the most respectful and nicest way possible, but still be persistent. I've mentioned this maybe in a Q&A, now I can't really remember, but I get asked my opinion on airline academies. The only one I really know of, I think it's in Minnesota, and I've had a few people snap me and said that they're like attending it and stuff. Now once again, this is just my personal opinion, strictly my opinion. I don't think that that an airline academy hurts, by no means, but I don't think that is necessary either, just because once you get to the airline, they're going to train you exactly in the way that they want to. And if anything, I feel like they would kind of prefer someone with no previous experience or training, because they can mold you into the kind of person or flight attendant that they want you to be, and that's their brand or their company. Now, I don't know if it's like when you attend the academy that you get guaranteed a job. Maybe that's why people do it. I really don't know exactly how it works, and I haven't looked into it that much, to be honest. But you don't have to go to a flight attendant academy and then apply for a flight attendant job. You just apply directly for the airline that you want to work for. Now, if they require any like previous like requisites or something like that, then they'll tell you that. Another small one, well, it's a big thing. Once you get the job, you need your passport, and you need to make sure that you have all of your like visas and paperwork and everything checks out, your license, identifications, anything that you might need like that. Go ahead and get that taken care of. Your passport, I want to say it lasts for like 7, maybe 10 years. I don't know exactly, but go ahead and get it. Worst case scenario, you have to wait 6 months and apply. Your passport is good for 7 years, so you've got all the time in the world. So like save up, put money aside, and then go ahead and get that. That's a good tip. And then another thing is to keep a record of your job experiences or any customer service, or like if you were in a club or any activity in like high school or anything like that in college. Keep a record of that, of your extracurricular activities, and then like the dates when you did them. Now, I don't know that all jobs require this, but most do. Some kind of timeline on your resume of what you've been doing the past however many years. So just keep that like on your computer, updated every now and then. Save it on your flash drive or like a hard drive or something, and just have that with you. So yeah, those are some tips that I have for those of you that are young and still want to be a flight attendant. It's a really exciting job. I highly recommend it. I think it's very fun, and I think it's a good career. And this is something that I see myself doing for at least the next, don't know, 75 years. I'll be senior mama, like finally getting my trip to where's a good one, San Juan, 1 week vacation or something crazy like that the senior mamas get. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's an awesome job. You have to make the best of every situation, so ultimately it is what you make it. But I mean, I love my job, so yeah. Alright, well that pretty much sums up my video. You can follow me on all my I cannot talk this video. Okay, you can follow me on all my social media. I'll link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Maybe that's how I should end my vlogs now. Do you guys think that that's cute? Or maybe that's how I should start my vlogs. Or maybe it's weird. Bye. Bye.